Everybody wants to make money fast, but Amazon, how long does it take you to get making money fast on Amazon? Well, in this video, I'm going to walk you through step by step exactly how long it takes from deciding to selling all the way through and show you the steps in between. Now, if you like this kind of content where I'm helping you get up and running and selling things on Amazon, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. That way I'll know that you like this kind of content and I can do more of it for you. Also consider subscribing to my channel because I post brand new videos each and every day all about making muchos cashola on Amazon. And if you've got any questions or comments, make sure you post in the comments below and I'll get them there for you too. Alright, see you soon. This is a question from George, but I'm interested to know what your answer would be, okay? So George says, how long does it take to get your first product ready to sell on Amazon? What do you reckon? How long does it take to get your first product ready to sell on Amazon? All right, so I'm going to allow people to unmute themselves. Jamie, 6 months. Bipin, 2.5 months. Mary, 6 weeks. You get the idea. So lots and lots of different things. So I thought it'd be kind of neat to show you this. If you haven't seen this, this is the AOE main training page, okay? And it starts with start here and resources, okay? And on the very, very first video, which is a must-watch video, the fantabulous Kate Ingham did this video called Ducks in a Row. Just underneath there, there's a link that says follow this link to get lots of cool stuff for your business, okay? If you click on it, it brings you up to here, and as you can see, there is heaps and heaps of cool stuff in here, okay? One thing that we're going to focus on today, though, is this. So this is a document called Timeline of a Typical Amazon Business. I'm going to put the link in the chat for everyone. Boink, 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 boink. There you go. So how long does it take? Well, let's kind of just work, and let's assume, assumption number one, that you know what the hell you're going to sell, okay? Now, if you don't know what the hell you're going to sell, and you're like, what the fuck am I going to sell? Consider getting some coaching to help you get that. Like if you spent more than a week trying to figure out what to sell, get some help. Just get some help, get it done, find out, move on, all right? And then you come to one-on-one coaching, find your first profitable product. That's what you come to. You'll get some one-on-one coaching over 2 sessions to find a perfect product. Just if you're struggling, just get some help. It's such a simple thing. Everything else kind of comes easier once you know what the hell you're selling. Anyway, so assuming you know what the hell you're going to sell, all right? So let's kind of map it out. Let's map it out together. So you know what you're going to sell. Next thing you do is you go find your supplier. So you're going to go to Alibaba, whatever it may be. Find your supplier. Okay, so that's a process which is probably going to take you a few hours to find a supplier, at least. Okay, especially if you are beginner and it's the first time you're doing something. Whenever you do something for the first time, it always takes heaps longer. Okay, find your supplier. Next is what? You tell me. What comes after finding your supplier? If anybody wants to unmute themselves, you're welcome to. Negotiate your supplier. Perfect, says Thomas. Negotiation is next, okay? So do some negotiating, get some quotes. Fantastic. Then after that comes getting your samples, okay? So once you've actually gone through the negotiating process, you've worked out a price, then you're going to get your samples. Dead easy. Depending, of course, on what you choose to do, you're either going to get those samples sent to you at your home. Great. Well, that's a time to do that. Or you may get them sent to somebody else in China for instance, who will check out the samples for you, and they'll do a video call with you talking about the samples and showing you the whole thing, and that's going to save you a shitload of time and money as well. So you could do it that way too, okay, to save yourself some time and some money. Shane at Sample Checkers is who I use to do that. You're welcome to do that. All right, so now you've got your samples done. You're happy. What's next? You found your supplier. You've negotiated back and forth. You've got your price you're happy with. You get your samples. Boom, you're happy with that. What's next? Yeah, I'm not going to do spec sheets in this one. I'm just that's sort of kind of, kind of keeping this simple for everybody. Payment. So you do your 30% down payment, okay? You do your 30% down. Once you've done that 30% down, the factory will then start production, okay? They won't start putting your thing together until you paid a 30% deposit, unless you've gone to a middleman and a trading company and they don't need to do that. They've already got it. They'll just send it out to you immediately, okay? But assuming you're getting this stuff done, your own version of it done, and I hope you are, then that's what will happen, okay? So that period of time from paying your deposit to the products being ready, how long roughly do you reckon that is? How long roughly do you reckon that is? And of course that depends. I'm just looking for a ballpark, okay? 4 to 6 weeks, says Jenny. 30 days, says Mike. Eris says 2 months. Davo says 2 to 4 weeks. Thomas, 10 to 15 days. Yeah. So depending on what you order, that's going to dictate how long it is for that production run to take. But a reasonable rule of thumb is 21 days. A reasonable rule of thumb, depending on how busy the factory is, of course. 21 days, okay? So 21 days, bada boom, bada bing, your stuff is done. Next thing to do is get an inspection, okay? Get an inspection, make sure the stuff is right before you pay the deposit. Make sure your stuff is right before you pay the deposit. Super important to do that. There's a couple of different inspections you can do. You can do a pre-production inspection, which is done beforehand, just going in there and checking everything. Not really much use in that. A inspection during the production run, where if you were getting like 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 plus things done, a inspection run during production is a good idea. You want to make sure they're doing the right thing, okay? But for most people, end of the run is when you get your inspection done. Factor in, I don't know, 3 or 4 days to get that sort of thing done. You see how this kind of adds up? Like 1 day here, 3 days here, 21 days here, negotiating here. It all adds up, okay? Okay, cool. So you've got your inspection done. Boom, you're happy. You pay your 70%. Next thing that's going to happen is your factory will send, using a freight forwarder, your products to you, whether that is directly into the Amazon's FBA warehouse, or they may send them to a prep center for you, or they may even send them to you in your home, okay, depending on how you're running things in your own business. How long do you reckon that's going to take? That factory's finished, point A, point B, somebody gets the product. How long is that going to take? Herein lies the hassle. Yeah. 6 weeks. Mike says 45 days. Cam says 6 weeks. Forever, says Jenny. Yeah, this 2 months, says Graham. Yeah, this is taking a long time. This is where the fundamental problem is at the minute. Right now is shipping, logistics. Global freight is a freaking nightmare. So it's 6 weeks minimum to get that shit to you. So if you add all of that up, and then you've got to think, okay, well now I've got it into, let's say it's into Australia. So now it's into Australia. I've now got to clear customs. 5 days. I've got to get it from customs to FBA warehouse, so freight from there to there. 2 days. I've got to get Amazon to check it in. Sometimes immediately, sometimes 2 weeks. before you know it, you're 90 days out. You're 90 days out, okay? Just before you know it. So how long does it take to get your first product ready to sell? Well, it can take up to 90 days to do that. So that's why I'm such a big proponent of getting your arse into gear, because when you think about it, that 90-day period of time, well, a lot can happen during that period of time. I know myself, I've looked at a niche and it's been freaking awesome. 90 days later, I've had other competitors in there like, you bastards! How dare you get into my niche when I just thought I owned that for myself. So that sort of thing can happen. All sorts of things can happen. So you've got to go fast. You've got to move quickly. Okay? Hope that helps. But the thing is, during that 90 days, there's shitloads of stuff you can do. Like somebody was asking me, which I'm not going to really answer, what should they be doing with the training? If it was me, I would be, first and foremost, choose what you're going to sell and start the process. Because everything else can be getting done during that 90-day window. You can do all the cool stuff that you've got to get done during that 90-day window. No problem at all. Step number one, choose what you're going to sell. Get it bloody ordered. Get it ordered. Because everything else can be done during that time. That was a video from my regular Monday night Q&A session with the members of the Aussie Online Entrepreneurs. There are 2,500 members and growing right here in Australia. We're the fastest growing e-commerce community here in Australia, and we've got sales of over $50 million on Amazon alone. If you'd like to find out more about what we do and check out what we're and come and join us as well, then get yourself off to www.aussieonlineentrepreneurs.com.au. See you next time.